Ben bir şey demeyeceğim sadece. Ben programa başlayacağım. İrfan gözünü seveyim ya. Benim programa nasıl başlatıyorum?
Ben görüyor muyum hocam? Görüyorsunuz değil mi?
Bu tarafa. Ha, şimdi oldu. Şimdi telefonları sessize alıyoruz hepimiz.
Aha, ben kapattım, koydum bir kenara.
Benimki de bu gıcıklığına mı yapıyor acaba? Ha, tamamdır. 1, 2, 3. İhracat hakkında A'dan Z'ye her şeyin konuşulduğu, samimi, heyecanlı, bir o kadar meraklı, ihracat muhabbetlerinin dibine vuracağımız EXPORT TALKS by İMİDER programına siz değerli izleyiciler and you, Yuri and Christian, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much.
First of all, as you realized a minute ago, seconds ago, your surname is Dolgit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And your surname is Sternovsky.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is
why
correct.
that is why I call you with your first names. So welcome again, and I would like to ask. Of course, this is the first question of our show. In Turkish, we generally ask. You are coming from Yol Living
Yeah.
company, and of course, for all our guests, we would like to learn who they are. That is why I would like to, if you don't mind,
Of course,
I would like
always.
to first begin with you. Who is Christian Stoyanovsky?
Thank you for pronouncing my name right, firstly. I would like to start by thanking you for doing this program. This is a very serious and important thing, not only for the sector, not only for the city, but for the country and for the young people. Thank you very much for seeing us fit to be a part of a program like yours. And I have to say that the coffee is great. I don't know, who makes this coffee, by the way?
We made this, of course I made it, because
Very good.
for our special guests, I generally cook or make our own coffee. And this is, we are in Sayın Coffee.
Very good. Actually, I would like to thank you. It's very delicious. And by the way, how about this chair? This chair looks very different and nice. How do you feel sitting in it?
Oh, I feel so comfortable, and it is nice. But first, answer my question.
I don't know who made it.
We will come to.
We need to speak about that later on.
I know. I think this is interesting. You know, when I ask you who you are, and you, I don't know how and why, you just start to answer the question with your products. So I think this is one of the way of the answering the question. But we really wonder, who are you?
Yes.
Who is Christian Stoyanovsky?
Yes, my name is Christian Stoyanovsky. I come from Skopje, Macedonia. I'm a 32-year-old young adult that has a passion for sales, that has a passion for communication, and that has a passion to connect with different people from different cultures. So in general, in short terms, that is who I am. But if you ask me where I'm from Skopje, Macedonia. And I was born there, raised there, and lived there for a long period of my life. One side of my family is Macedonian, the other side has an origin from Australia, but I'm 100% Macedonian for sure. Something else that I would like to say about myself is that I have spent my professional career, most of my professional career so far, in a different sector, in the educational sector, in various institutions, not only in Turkey, but in different countries as well. But now I'm on a journey, I'm on a very important journey, on a path, with a very special team where we are trying to make a change, to revolutionize the sector in our own way, in our own means, and within our own power.
You're on the path in your living company.
Yes, yes.
Would it be true that if you say you're on the path, on the path.
That is definitely true. Whoever asks me, whenever they ask me what does Yol mean, we actually have a very nice time while explaining, because the name has a synonym of something very, very strategic and something that is very important at the same time. It is a path, a road, a way. And our biggest motto, as I told you before, is to find a way, make a way, or get out of the way.
It's interesting that he's doing again. You see,
Yeah.
I was just asking you who you are, but you take the subject into the Yol Living.
100% marketing.
So, may I ask you what was your education? Because as far as I know, that you have done some academical career.
Yes.
Let's say.
Yes. So I spent most of my educational life in Turkey. I would have to say that. First, I started in Macedonia in a bilingual high school, and then I moved on to Turkey, studying international relations. Then from there on, I moved on to Macedonia. I went back to my home country. I worked in the Macedonian parliament as a researcher. And then I came back upon a special invitation by a very special institution that is located in the capital city of Turkey, Ankara. It is called TED Ankara College. It is a institution.
You work for TED Ankara.
Yes.
You work for TED Ankara.
I
And also, you did also English literature, didn't you?
Yes. Also,
That is why it makes us twins. You see, we are twins.
Yes. We used to steal each other's students back in the day. That's for sure. But yes, I spent 7 fulfilling years over there with a
in
fantastic...
TED College.
Yes.
Which is kind of prestigious.
Yes, it is
Right.
very important for the country, and it has a special meaning to me because it's an institution that was founded by the leader of the Turkish Republic, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, and we hold.
And we as we know that he is fan of a kind of Atatürk fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So that holds a special memory, and that is a very nice part of my life. And after that, I mean, with the knowledge that I gained over there, and with the skills that I gained over there, and the skills that I developed within my personal career, let's say, personal development career, I moved on to a totally different journey, which has, of course, it has a connection between both sectors. There is a specific connection, although it might be far away when you look at it from a far. But that is how I started, and now I'm here.
You work also for Macedonia.
Yes. I worked for the Macedonian Parliament. Actually, I worked...
Macedonian Parliament.
Yes. I worked there under a different organization that used to do research for the parliamentarians. One of my specialties is international security. So that is where I used to write, I used to analyze, I used to research.
So may I say that I think you took some of your mother and took some of your father.
Yes.
You are the mixture of father and mother.
Yes. Definitely.
Because your mom and dad still working for the Macedonian Parliament.
Actually, for different institutions, but in the same sector, let's say. Yes, that is true.
So we can say to your mom and dad that good mixture. Well done.
Yes. Thank you very much to them. I mean, I owe everything to them. Yes. That is something that I am proud of, and one day, of course, I would like to contribute to my country in any kind of way. And if I can do that, I'd be very pleased and happy. Right now, I'm contributing to the country of Turkey, which raised me, which educated me, where I have spent a long period of my life.
And also, you love Turkey. That's obvious.
Of course.
Okay.
Macedonians in general love Turkey.
Yeah, you told me, but you love Turkey, it's not just its beauty, you love Turkey also because of Atatürk.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yes. Atatürk is a very important figure. It is a very important figure for every Macedonian, for everyone that lives in the Balkans, because his leadership, his strategic abilities, and his vision still stands still as a pathway, as a recipe for success and a recipe for the right sustainable development. And we are proud to have any connection with a person like that.
Your face especially. I'm sure some of Turkish ladies, when you start talking about Atatürk, I am sure that you look like Atatürk. Do they say?
Yes, I would like not to comment about that, but thank you very much. That is true. And yes, so yeah, Yol Living.
Yol Living. And may I ask you the same question? Who is Yuri Dolgit?
Okay. First of all, I also want to thank you for inviting us here to see us sufficient enough for this show, because I know that I watched the previous episodes and episodes you had before. I know the people that are coming here, they're generally more experienced, they have years spent in this field, and coming to me, I'm quite new in this city, in İnegöl, and in the field of export special furniture. I was born on the Black Sea side in a small country called Abkhazia. It's not commonly known. My father...
No, Abkhazia is known in Turkey. And
yeah, we can say...
Hopefully you will be known as a country. I really wish.
Yeah,
I really wish.
Our hope, but so far, no. So my father, he's Russian. My mom, she's Abkhazian. I was born there. I grew up there. After high school, I came to Turkey first for university, for education.
In which university?
In Istanbul University.
Istanbul, which is very famous in Turkey.
And one thing led to another, and I fell in love. I got married.
You fell in love with who?
With Turkish girl.
Turkish girl.
Yeah.
Your wife.
Yeah, current.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And he's married.
Yeah. This door is closed. So, and like, I used to live in Istanbul for a long period of time. I also worked in an educational establishment there, but I always wanted something different, something more, because it was good, but not challenging enough for me. And my wife, she's from İnegöl, by the way. My brother-in-law, he's an interior designer here, and from time to time we had conversation about the city, about the capacity, about the opportunities it brings. So at some point I decided, like, why not? Let's try. So before coming here,
and also your real boss is from İnegöl.
Yeah.
It is enough. It could be only one reason.
Yeah.
Your real boss.
And before moving to İnegöl, I'm self-educated based on the field. I made research. Before starting in Yol Living, I worked in other company for a year. Improved myself as far as I could during this period of time. Directly getting experience, I made like everything possible to get experience. And then a year ago, I met with Mr. Sezer. And
but
like this,
who introduced you to Sezer? And
it's an interesting story, actually.
because he was my previous guest, that is why.
Of course.
I would like you
I
to
will mention this story as well.
And also he's the head of the IMOS now.
Yeah, current head of the IMOS, Mr. Urtan. When I left the previous company I used to work, I started interviews with various companies. And the thing about Yol Living is we are not commonly known in this city, I would say. Like, what I mean is we are not trying to, I don't know, show off around. Our focus is on a job. This is our priority. And that's why in a year I spend in Inigöl, I research, I know the market, I know the companies, I know the competitors, but I knew very little about Yol. So I had interviews with different companies, and one day, thanks to İMİDER, it's a different establishment, we will probably mention it as well.
Yeah.
Through that, I got many connections. One of those is Mr. Urtan. I visited him because we have a good friendship with him, and I asked him for advice because
you asked Urtan Turgut
exactly
for a good advice.
for a good advice because he knew me, he knew what I want to do. What were my aims, what my goals are. So I asked him about if there are any companies he would recommend that would make me able to fulfill my aims and my goals.
And he was the vice president of İMİDER at that time.
At that time, exactly. And in a couple of days, he called me and he sent me the number of Mr. Caesar, and he especially insist on me contacting Mr. Caesar and having meeting with him before making a final decision about the job. So I contacted him. We arranged a meeting, and after a few hours, we had a long interview. We spoke about like everything. When we were shaking hands on my leave, I said, I'm starting working here. And
Was it the longest interview have you ever had?
yes.
Yeah.
Almost 3
Cesar
hours.
Portakal and the longest
Yeah, exactly.
interview. Yeah.
Almost 3 hours as far as I remember.
I think yours is longer than his.
My interview
Yeah.
with Mr. Caesar.
Yeah, Cesar Portakal. Yeah.
Yes, it was years.
Years. Yeah.
Years.
It took years.
It took years.
Yeah.
It took years.
He's the lucky one then.
Yes, he is.
He's the
very
lucky
He is
lucky.
actually, it wasn't an interview, it was a strategical plan. That was
yes,
planned
yes.
step by step.
Yes.
Because Cesar Portakal, as far as I know, that Cesar Portakal was your friend.
Yes, actually, he's a personal friend of mine. We've been together for a very, very long time. But in the professional sense, I mean, talking about work and jobs and things like that, yes, we were in talks and we were doing things together in specific areas, limited areas, I would have to say. We were working together. We were helping each other because that's what friends do at the end of the day. But then it came to a point where this casual friendship helping turned into something more serious, something that was worth trying, and something that was worth focusing on a little bit more. So that's it was I already told you actually. It was midnight. He called me one day. He told me about his vision. He told me about his plan.
In midnight.
Yes, at midnight.
Yeah.
12 o'clock at night.
And you had to listen.
Yes, I had. Yes, I was coming back. Actually, I was on my way back. I was in Ankara back then. I was on my way back from a dinner with a few ambassadors, and he gave me a call. And I thought that he just wanted to talk and to speak about life, and that he was very precise, very strict. And he exactly told me what he is expecting, what his dream is, what his plan is. And I said, okay, next week I'm there.
You know what? He had told me about you before you came. Because maybe personally we met here, but I knew you.
Yes.
Let's say in grammatical when I had known you before you came.
Yes. Actually, I heard about you also. through Mr.
The
Cesar.
BBT teacher, yeah.
Yes, I mean he spoke about you. He mentioned you in a very good connotation, by the way.
God bless them.
Yes. So it was a journey, I have to say, but at the end it was worth it. It is something that we, because as I said, Yol has a very deep meaning for us. So right now we're on that path. We are on that road until the moment that we see that it doesn't happen.
Are you sure? Are you talking about the company or what?
I'm talking about the whole philosophy. Actually, I'm talking about the company has its own philosophy. Actually, the company has a philosophy. You already know the story, and I'm sure that the viewers also have heard of the story of Yol. But I mean, finding yourself as a part of that story, finding a road, making a new way, is something very, very precious, and you cannot do it with everyone. It needs vision. But not vision by myself. I mean, me and Mr. Yuri here are nothing without the real visionaries that are standing behind us. Exactly. The real team that is behind us. And those are the people that saw the future before we were able to see it. They gave us the path, they gave us the how can I say, the support, the push. And now we're trying our best, we're doing our best to make it happen.
They gave us the Yol.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about a bit the commercial side. You tell the Yol Living company as a family, as a philosophy, as a mentality. It is, I think, is it the brand book of the company? So what is written on the papers is nothing. That is the brand book, can we say?
Yes, actually, in order to sell something besides yourself, I mean, even when you sell yourself, you have to believe in yourself.
Yes.
100%. So when you're selling something, if there is a doubt, then you cannot be this confident. You cannot be this sure. But only if you're 100% sure and if you believe in it to your bones, that's when you can speak about it as your family. That's when you can speak about it as your own home.
You agree?
Totally agree. Like the point is, like as you said, what is written on the paper, it's nothing. Because what is important, it's what you believe in and what you feel.
Yes.
So the what is written in your heart is
exactly.
Yes. Eyes don't lie.
Eyes don't lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You keep saying about the eyes. Yeah, he has got. Yeah, you have got beautiful eyes.
Your eyes
Yeah,
are even better. Come
Yeah,
on.
I've got Middle Eastern eyes. You've got European eyes.
European,
Macedonian. Yeah, Macedonian. Yeah. The Alexander the Great's country. Oh, do we offend the Greek side?
We love everyone.
I hope. Yeah.
We love everyone.
Yeah, we love-
respect
yeah.
everyone. We're in
Yeah.
the business of sales.
Yeah.
And in business, there are no politics.
Now,
there's no history.
he's speaking as a Macedonian Sana. So, we learn at the beginning of this conversation, we learn not only you, also your company. Yeah. It is interesting that. It is really interesting. When I ask you, who are you? You answer the question with your heart, I believe. Because I asked this question 2 hours ago downstairs, and I got the same answers. They are not speaking because they are in front of the cameras, but without cameras, they did the same thing, which made me, really happy, surprised, and this should be in every company. I hope. I really do.
I'm sure it is.
And also, you have got skills, of course. You have got skills about languages, about, producing. As I have to ask this question, but without asking, we know that because we talk about it.
Yeah.
you work in a product line,
Yes,
didn't you?
Exactly.
definitely.
So you are the exporters, but you work in a product line.
Exactly.
Yes. We cannot steal the role of the producers, of the real people that work there, but we were right there besides them.
He's very romantic for everyone.
No, but they taught us. They taught us how to use those tools. We go through a training, and that is a part of our training. And we have to be in the production field for a while until we are ready to move on to the sales part. Because if we don't know what we're producing, what we're using, then there's no point.
How can you sell?
Yes.
Exactly. That's the point. That's what I believe in. Because it's not only about the furniture, about any field. If you are at sales, you need to know the product. You need to know from A to Z, everything, all the details. Because like focusing on the future furniture as we are in this field, when you are outside somewhere in your potential customer's shop or in the customer you're currently working with, when they ask you a question, you need to know how to answer it. You need to know how everything works, to be able to show the details, to be able to fix the problem if there is one, because you can't be able to always reach someone on the from the factory, from the your team. So you need to know. You need to know have the skills.
Haven't you got phone?
Yeah, of course you have, but
You can ask the product line.
you can. It's easier, of course, but it's not always possible.
If I've got 10 questions, if I ask you 10 questions, and every time, each question, let's say, you can ask the telephone via telephone.
Of course it's possible. It's one of the possibilities, but first of all, I think
If I were a customer, 10 questions I ask you. If you ask
on the phone.
where is my trust?
Exactly.
I will
That's the
ask you.
point.
Yes.
But if you had words in a product line, then the answers will be
Of course.
with you.
That's the point. You can roll up your sleeve and come directly to the product and show everything in the details. And there is a small problem, you can show how to fix it or what is caused by. It shows
Can you
your
assemble the
professionalism.
products?
Of course.
Well, you answer, of course. What? what
I did it
are we?
before.
We are the exporters. What are we? What do you think? What we are?
I did it before with my old furniture in my home.
Well, and
I
just want to ask you, you two. In fact, half of it you have answered it, but I would like to ask precisely, how did you become an exporter?
Well, actually, I became an exporter through Yol Living. Yol Living opened the path for me. I have to say that. I was doing my own thing before that. I was in a different sector, again, doing my own thing. But at the end of the day, as we spoke before, you need a product. You need a very specific product.
You too did the same thing what I did. And I'm still doing the same. I educate people.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm an educator, I'm a teacher.
Yes.
And it's interesting that you were the educators.
It is very important to when you're an educator, it's very
Is it
important.
useful what you are doing now? Is it good, do you think, in the past, being an educating
Of
educator?
course. Because if you want to educate, you must learn before you educate. Because knowing something is one, but being able to convey that message to a specific person is another thing. So that is why, while we were educators, we gained the ability of learning and adapting.
That is why educators are successful on business.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
they
Like,
first
yes.
want to be educated,
Exactly.
then
You can
educate.
share
Yeah.
it with
Yes.
the others.
Share the knowledge.
Exactly.
We love to share the knowledge.
I would have to say that as a company, we're constantly learning. We are investing. So our management team, Mr. Cesar, Mr. Sedat, Mr. Semih, they invest heavily into our education, but on a daily basis. Whether that be through a meeting, through a phone call, or bringing a top tier consultant, a top tier educator
To the company.
Yes.
Like
to the
if
company.
there is in any part of the production or marketing or whatever, there is a slight weakness they see, they're always ready to invest to that part to make it stronger, to make it better, including themselves.
Including themselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
I can say, as their previous teacher, Semih, Cesar, or Sedat, they were, how can I say, in Turkish we call them pimpirik. They look at the very in details,
Exactly.
and I love their habits about it. And also, yeah, they are my friends in the real life, yeah, in the show. But you know, our show is not a stage show. This is a freedom show. They are also so clever. That is why it affects me a lot in a good way. And also, Sedat also is boss,
He's visionary.
Visionary, and also he's a bit action boss.
What I want to say about him, I want to draw a line there.
Superman.
I don't see him as a boss. I see him as a leader, because there is a difference between boss and the leader.
Wow,
He always in the front line.
This is the quality of the day.
He's always in the front line. He's not pushing us from the behind. He's always in front, and that's why we are following.
So he jumped into the sea first.
Exactly.
And I think he doesn't say when he jumps into the sea, he doesn't say that, hey, jump away. Oh, this is very
We just
nice.
need to know.
And you wish to jump.
We just know that this is the way.
Yeah, that's the leadership. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right. So I know that you haven't got regions, you haven't got shared countries. Yes, you specialized on A country or B country, but as far as I learned, that you can answer any question from any country if they ask you any questions.
Yes.
But you especially focus on the project side of the company.
Yes. I'm focused mostly. So the thing is, everyone is focused on everything. That's the number one rule, because everyone has to be fast.
So I think the question must be, what is your team, export team?
Our export team is actually 150 people, every single person. From the leading commander, Mr. Sedat, all the way to Miss Gül, the lady that brings us tea. She also works in the export team. I have to say that because we really do that on a daily basis.
So you whole company focus on the export.
The whole company.
Exactly.
I see.
The whole company.
Let's say who are the workers? Let's say at your office.
So besides this mentality that I just explained, the whole company works as one. We're 7 people in the export division, where I am in charge of the projects, the contract division. Mr. Yuri and Mr. Ekrem are in charge of the export division, with Mr. Cesar, of course. Mr. Cesar is on top of everything. He is a part of the operations team. He's a part of the design team. Mr. Sedat also. So you can think of us as a joint effort.
It must be because he's Sedat's brother.
Yeah, exactly. They're all the same.
I can say the same thing for Semih as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they are different brothers.
I have to say that even though they're the managers, they're the lead officers, they are the bosses, right? Mr. Semih was in Vienna, Austria, a few weeks ago, taking measurements in a hotel. So,
Semih.
yes.
Yeah.
Semih did.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Semih and Mr. Çağlar, so they were there together
Oh.
presenting.
Please. Who's Semih Portakal and who is Çağlar?
Mr. Çağlar is the head of the research and development department. He's one of the partners in the company. Mr. Semih is Mr. Semih
Portakal brothers.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So he's
And
they went together with us. They're that helpful. They're that supportive. So when you see that effort being done, it is only right to do the most that you can. So that is not something that you see not only in Turkey, not only in in this part of the world, but anywhere. So this shows their commitment. This shows their love. This shows their passion. And when you see that passion in your leader, there's no other way to
what
go.
can I do?
Yes, what can you
Yeah.
do?
As
That is true.
big man Fatih Terim says, what can I do?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Cesar, I would have to say that he's a sales expert. So the things that he says whenever he speaks to you, whenever he looks into your eyes and tells you things about sales, I mean, you can really feel that he lives with it. Mr. Cesar on the other side, when he makes a design, like he's in charge of design at the same time. Like when he makes a design, you just close your eyes and go and sell it without a problem because you have 100% trust and 100% confidence that he will do the best. So that is how we feel. That is how we come to work. I mean, whenever he sits on the table, it doesn't matter if it's the smallest client, the smallest partner that orders one single thing, or a multinational corporation. They're still there, they can carry themselves, and we are looking up to them.
So the project-based working, what do you do? For example, let's have a contract with the hotel.
Yes. So in general, I mean, contracts are differentiated. I mean, they're divided into a few fields. But our mentality, our production line is made on the basis of a serial mass production. Of course, when you compare it to China, I don't know, maybe it's not the biggest, but in our region, in our field, in our segment, we're a mass producer. So we can only give the best quality at the right price, at the right time, if we produce something in a larger volume. So when it comes to contracts, that's why we go with hotels, we go with residences, residential complexes. That could be a hospital, it could be a nursing home, it could be an Airbnb, residential area.
But let me ask you, you need a design team for this.
Of course. When I told you about the export team being 150 people, look,
that is why.
The thing is, in our company, I mean, our leaders taught us one thing, and that is very important. That is a thing that we live by, and that is that the customer, the partner, is the boss, the ultimate boss. So when we speak about design, when we speak about specifications, quality, standards, we look at them. We try to understand their needs, their requirements, because we can think about many different things. But if that does not conclude, and if that doesn't correspond with the end user, it means nothing. So that is why what we do is we listen closely, and then we put everything into action.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have got many yeses in your basket, and very few maybe no's in your basket.
We try to keep no away from our dictionary for most of the time.
Exactly.
That's what I have to say.
Ah. So what about you? You also follow the home side, furniture
Exactly.
side of the company. What would you say about that?
Like the differences between our division, if we think in this way, we are reaching the wholesales or retail customers in different regions, and we are trying to make them, convince them selling our own collections. And his part is most commonly is custom made.
Yeah,
Customization.
what I call is tailor-made.
Exactly. So this is the first big difference between our parts. But the mentality is also the same. The only difference, actually, for us, it's way easier because each project it's unique.
Done.
It's
made.
unique, and
Yeah.
you can't make this exactly the same in other place. And on our side, we have collection that is developed, that's checked for quality, for design, for all the details, everything that whatever it's needed for it. And we need to find a right customer in a place who will be able to represent us in that area and sell our products and make a good profit. So one of the things, as Chris already told, is customer is the boss. That's what we believe in, because you can produce the best quality, the best design furniture, but if it's not sold, if if you keep it in your stock in your warehouse, there is no point in it. So with this mentality, we're moving toward our goals, and to achieve it, we have lots of different steps. But one of the most important thing is what we are focusing on is very fast and good support to our partners.
Yeah, but I think, as far as I have understood, can we say that we sell trust and quality, or
Trust and happiness.
happiness?
Exactly,
Yeah.
trust and happiness.
Yeah, this is what we do.
This is the point, exactly.
Yeah, we selling product. The product must make the people happy.
Of course.
That is for sure.
That's it.
How do you like the chair?
Yeah, I like the chair. I like the chair.
All right.
Geçiyoruz.